and center where consensus can be involved. There are certain issues from communal harmony or other important issues discuss in the after Muzaffarnagar Samni incident, even in Basballa, Madhya Pradesh, you have seen in past there were so many communal violences takes place in the different part of the country.
But Mr. Pal, may I intervene? Where is the political consensus over the need to maintain communal harmony? Are you seeing political consensus anywhere?
If the Chief Minister of the BJP, if they are not ready to attend the meeting, so what they have given a message, it means they don't believe in communal harmony. It means they are not ready to come even for the dialogue. And now people are charging, even the UP government has charged in communal incidents of Samli and Muzaffarnagar, the BJP people, they are responsible. So it means now BJP Chief Ministers, if just to evolve the communal harmony, if Prime Minister has invited a meeting for NNIC, and if they have not attended the meeting, so how on the federal structure any consensus can be evolved if Chief Minister is not there? I think so. There is a federal structure, only dialogue, only the process of dialogue, only interactions, and only through all the suggestions, only anything can be evolved. And now this is a serious concern. If the Chief Minister of any state, if they feel and they are saying, we believe in communal harmony, we are for
sermons. There is a sure contradiction between actions and deeds. Please, if you just view the statements given by the Congress in the recent past, let's analyze. The Congress going to Azamgarh and visiting these culprits. You have them calling Osama G. You have so many cases, whether it's the beheading of our Jawans and nobody from the Congress showing up. Now,
does that mean then, Shaina, that because of previous political comments with which the BJP disagrees, the BJP decided to skip a meeting as significant as this? Only one BJP Chief Minister was present, Shivraj Singh Chauhan?
No. The BJP has not. The BJP always believes in dialogue and discussion, but if it's going to be limited to just a dialogue, discussion, debate, seminar and no action plan, where are we as a nation heading? Please understand that Muzaffarnagar case, where you have a sting operation carried by one of the leading channels, and you have the center playing this appeasement game again, where they do not intervene, where they do not advise. Within the purview of the Constitution, the central government had a role to play, and it chose to just put on blinkers. So if the idea of pseudo-secularism equals vote bank politics, it's clearly something that we would like to question as the opposition of this country. If we are talking about just vote bank gains, where you're appeasing sections of society, and let me remind you, it is the same Manmohan Singh ji as a Prime Minister who made a statement that the Muslims and minorities are the ones who should be getting the natural resources of
But Shaina, can the BJP take a moral high ground on something like this? Two BJP MLAs have been arrested in the case of Muzaffarnagar riots. There are accusations not only against the Samajwadi Party, against other political parties, but also against the BJP of trying to polarize the voters ahead of 2014. But Mr. Anjan, how do you respond to what Shaina said, that there is the action plan?
100 cases of unrest and communal violence in UP. There have been over 100 cases which have just been addressed so lackadaisically by the state government, only playing as a pure dummy puppet. So why shouldn't we be addressing this issue? Why shouldn't the Congress and the party in power at the center and the state address this issue? We're talking about national integration. Isn't this something, and this is not history, this is the present. We're talking about what is happening factually in a state which is of concern. It has been going on for 1.5 months, brewing, and how many such cases? Should we not be addressing it? That's why I said it's a case of action versus deeds.
Mr. Pal, how do you respond to that? Mr. Anjan has been waiting very patiently, but before that, I'll take a response from you, Mr. Pal. Where is the action plan? What is the enforceability of the resolution that has been passed by the National Integration Council? Is there a compliance report? Will there be one in the next NIC meeting? Why have such meetings?
Just now you have told, first of all, I must clear, two MLAs from the BJP party, those who have been taken into custody, they are responsible for the distributing of the CD. For a small incident which took place on the 27th of August, and only because after one individual, I think so, incident, it became a communal disaster, and who is responsible? State government has even not been, and two MLAs they have been, and they are saying now they are giving a job.
But the BJP is questioning the rationale of the National Integration Council meeting, Mr. Pal. Mr. Pal, today the National Integration Council meeting was held. BJP is questioning the
job of the NIC. What has the Congress done?
BJP has no moral authority to raise such a question. Now, Saina is saying,
neither do you.
Advani is there, Sushma Swaraj is there, so many leaders. Now, but to whom they have projected? Fortunately, Mr. Narendra Modi, he is a chief minister also, member of NIC, and candidate, future candidate of the prime ministerial from the party, BJP. And even in case if the candidate of prime minister.
Kerala, it is in Tamil Nadu. It is Perambadu, where Rajiv Gandhi was killed. So I just want to tell, please let me finish.
This is in Kerala, Mr. Anjan. This is in Kerala. This is Perambavoor, where activists of the Popular Front of India allegedly chopped the right hand of a college professor, and this community overturns.
This is the same area. This is the same area where you have said Malappuram. I just want to say, after the Assam incident, which was held at the border of this country, why NIC was not called? Why NIC was not called? And today, I just want to tell to Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav, you were supporting the UPA right from this corner to that corner, and now they are demanding a president rule.
We don't have the...
No, I am just asking. This is a political motive. I just want to say right now, what happened in Muzaffarnagar, let us not fishing in the troubled water. It is the time to heal, whether that party or that party.
And
this is a crime which has been committed against the constitution.
What do you suggest should be done for that?
I am not here to say, a pilla kutta, a bitch. I am not here the secular burqa. But here is a question. All of us together, we should not take the lessons what is happening around India in other neighboring countries. India has a constitution with the secular traditions, and it has to go, and we should work together for nefarious, political, sinister, very conservative games. Let us not use the caste and community and the religion for our political benefits.
Let's not use caste, community and religion for political benefits, but unfortunately Mr. Sajjanar isn't. That saw it happening in Muzaffarnagar, where electoral prospects took precedence over everything else.
You know what I would like to suggest, maybe, in this debate as it is going on, you are right. But I think we also need to recognize that in addition to the political leaders, there are also other actors in the society. And I think we also need to focus on those actors. Maybe, we focus, let us say, on the administration, we focus on the political leadership, we focus maybe also on religious leaders. Because, these are constituencies which have power and authority. The religious leaders have spiritual authority, the administration has executive authority, the political leadership is able to move people, excite people and get them to do what they want. I think all these, and of course we are totally ignoring the civil society. We are ignoring individuals. I think they have enormous power, they have enormous strength to make things move in a particular direction. And I think all of these need to come together to ensure that vested interests are not able to destroy communal harmony. I'm sure all of us are, what we really need to do is that there is a silent majority out there. The vested interests, whether it is in terms of, what we are talking about, vote bank politics, etc., etc., I think these would be in terms of numbers rather limited. And I think it is whether in society as a whole in general or otherwise, we need really to activate the silent majority to come out and speak out.
Okay, so you are saying not just the political class, but there are several stakeholders
Absolutely.
who need to ensure that they play their part in order to ensure communal harmony. To remember to share your feedback with us on the show. Our Twitter handle is DD News Night. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, take care. Goodbye.